Verse 13. By his commandment he maketh snow to fall apace, and sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. Let's get that definition of the word apace. It says, this is the word apace, the definition of apace: with a quick pace, quick, fast, speedily. So they're telling you he make the snow fall speedily. He make the snows fall quick. And he sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. Verse 14. Through this the treasures are open as the clouds fly forth as fowls. The Most High made the clouds. Through it, clouds of the treasures are open, and the clouds fly forth as fowls. The Most High made the clouds. They fly forth as fowls. You look up at a cloud, it's a bunch of them. You see a bunch of birds flying. It's a whole lot of them. Just to use I would say a plain Jane definition. No, I ain't trying to go too deep. Verse 15. By his great power he maketh the clouds firm, and the hailstones are broken small. See, by the power of the Most High, he make the clouds firm. You know, sometimes you get a little bit of hail from the sky, but he breaks them up into small pieces as well. Verse 16. At his sight the mountains are shaken, and at his will the south wind bloweth. See, at his sight the mountains are shaken. The Most High can make anything move or do the way he wanted to do. He makes the wind blow. Verse 17. The noise of the thunder maketh the earth to tremble. See, when it's raining outside and it's thundering, you know, when it strike a real hard strike, you can feel the rumble. You can feel it. You can feel the tremble. So doeth the northern storm and the whirlwind, and so doeth the northern storm and the whirlwind. That's just rain, wind. He made that. He made all of this. As birds flying, he scattereth the snow, and the falling down thereof is as the lighting of grasshoppers. Again, as the birds fly, he scattereth the snow, and the falling down thereof is as lighting of grasshoppers. You ever seen a bunch of grasshoppers anywhere? Like, if you ever think about it, like, in my personal, I would say walking, I used to live out Duns, and you know, down Hart's Road, it's a long road before you get to like the next neighborhood or something. Next neighborhood, next apartment complex from where I live. But there's many days when I walked down that street, down the sidewalk, grasshoppers, like baby grasshoppers, they was being born. They were everywhere. So, and that's basically what it is being compared to. Snow, when it falls everywhere. Wherever it's snowing at, snow is all over the place. All over the place. Just like those grasshoppers, like the lighting of grasshoppers. Like when you see baby grasshoppers, you walk past a place, whatever, it's a whole bunch of them. If you ever seen that sight before. Verse 18. The eye marveleth at the beauty of the whiteness thereof, and the heart is astonished at the raining of it. You know, when it snows, you amazed. You marvel at it like, oh man, it's snowing. Look at all this snow. You know what I'm saying? It's like you praising the Most High. I'm gonna say it's like you are praising the Most High, but you are marveling at the fact that it's snowing and it's covering everything. This is the powers of the Most High. This is his power. He made the snow. He made the mountains. He made the wind. He made the rain. He made the hail. He made the clouds. And he should be praised for that. Great is the man that did all these things. YAHAWAH is the one who did all of this. Verse 19, the hoarfrost also as salt he poureth on the earth, being congealed, it lieth on the top of sharp states. The hoarfrost is like dew. It's like ice. You know, and then, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and it's like salt. You know, when you pour salt on something, it sprinkles and it kind of covers whatever it is you friend if you ain't going too heavy on the salt. But as salt being sprinkled out, that's what the Most High it's what it's being compared to. And you know, and you know what I'm saying. As again, the hoarfrost also, as salt, he poureth on the earth, being congealed. That congealed means to freeze together. It lieth on the tops of sharp peaks. It falls on the mountains. Snow falls on the mountains, just like salt being sprinkled out. Verse 20. When the cold north wind bloweth and the water is congealed into ice. See, the word congealed means frozen or to freeze. You know, when the north wind bloweth, after it done rain or whatever, or when the snow time, when it comes to, Shalakia, I'm stuttering. Anyways, when the cold north wind bloweth and the water is congealed into ice, it abideth upon every gathering of water, and clotheth the water with a breastplate. When the north wind bloweth, that water turns into ice. It's frozen into ice, and it abideth upon every gathering of water. And it clotheth the water as a breastplate. You know, you put on a breastplate, it's like a cover, and it covers up your chest. That's how the snow, that when it falls upon water and the wind blows and it freezes, the ice cover the water just like that. The Most High even made the ice. Verse 21, it devoureth the mountains and burneth the wilderness and consumeth the grass as fire. See, again, when snow fall, it devoureth the mountains. It falls on the trees, it falls on the ground, and it covers everything. And what it is being likened unto as a devouring fire. That means it just covers up everything. I mean, that snow, it covers up everything. Verse 22, a present remedy of all is a mist coming speedily. See, now that's rain right there. A dew coming after heat refreshes. That right there is rain. The Most High made the rain. Again, I'm going to read it again. A present remedy of all is a mist coming. You know, when water hits ice and that water is warm and of the water cold, it melts that ice. And you know, rain constantly, once it starts falling, it rains constantly. It don't like rain a little bit and then rain. No, it's constantly falling until that cloud, all the water has fallen out of that cloud, or it's time for that rain to stop. But anyways, I'm going to read this 22nd verse again. A present remedy of all is a mist coming speedily. A dew coming after heat refreshes. You know, when it's real hot outside, yet again, and it rains, that's a refreshing. It cools it down. Sometimes it make it a little bit hot, but most times it cools it down. And it's a refreshing thing. Verse 23. By his counsel he appeaseth the deep, and planteth islands therein. By his counsel he appeaseth the deep. Let's look up that word appease. To make quiet, to calm down, to reduce to a state of peace, to a state of stillness, to pacify, to dispel, or as in appease the tumult of the oceans, or of the passions. You know, just to give you a few words. But the Most High made the seas. He made the oceans. He calmed the oceans. And what it says, he planted islands therein. He put islands in the water. He made the earth to rise up through the water of the seas. So the Most High, he made all this stuff. He made the earth, as we are seeing in Sirach 43. He made everything. Verse 24. They that sail on the sea tell of the danger thereof, and wherein, and Salaki, and when we hear it, our ears we marvel. You know, you have sailors, and they tell you the stories of what they've been through when they were sailing on the sea. And when you hear it, you marvel at it. You like, wow, this really happened? Wow, seriously, you did this? Just you know, like I say, plain examples. Verse 25. For therein be strange and wondrous works, variety of all kinds of beasts and whales created. See, on the earth it's all kinds of beasts, and in the sea it's all kinds of different whales, different fish that the Most High created. Verse 26. By him the end of them hath prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. By the Most High, the end of them that prosper, that hath prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. Man is prosperous of the Most High, by the Most High his words, and by the words of the Most High all things consist. All things exist. Verse 27. We may speak much and yet come short. We can talk about how great the Most High is. We can say how great his creation is, his creations, I would say. Wherefore in Psalm, he is all. We can talk about it, but he is in everything. All of it. That's what this wherefore in Psalm, that's the total. He is in all. He is all. Salakia. Verse 28. How shall we be able to magnify him? How can we truly magnify the Lord for all he hath done? For he is great above all his works. So though he created all of this stuff, the Most High is far greater. Far greater. How shall we be able to magnify him? Verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. Lord is terrible. He allows things to happen, both good and bad. And he is very great and he is marvelous in his power. All this is marvelous. This ground, these trees behind me, the clouds, the sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, the oceans, the snow, the rain. It's marvelous. Verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet he will far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. When we glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as we can, give him praise as much as we can, for he will far exceed that. He will exceed whatever you worship, whatever you glorified him for, or magnifying him, or exalting him for. He will exceed that greatly. But when you do this, put forth, or do it with all your strength. Don't get weary. And we can never ever go far enough. We can't. Verse 32. There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. For we have seen but a few of his works. Though we see the mountains, the moon, the stars, the oceans, the earth, the clouds, the rain, the snow, the ice, everything, it's still stuff far, far greater. We only this ain't nothing but a little bit of what he have showed us, what we have seen. So I mean, the power of the Most High is magnificent. Verse 33, my last verse. For the Lord has made all things, and to the glory hath he given Salakia. For the Lord has made all things, and to the godly hath he given wisdom. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, made all things. He made everything. He made man from the earth. He made the earth. He made the skies. He made the heavens. He made the stars. He made the sun, the moon, the clouds, the wind, the oceans, everything. He is in everything. He made all of this. And we could never, ever go far enough in magnifying him and praising him and exalting him in these things. And when we do it, he will yet go further. It's still a whole lot more things and a whole bunch of more creations that we have not seen. This earth and everything that we've seen so far is just only but a few things. We just don't know how great the Lord is. He far exceeds our imagination. But yeah, this was just a little lesson on how, you know what I'm saying, the power and the greatness of the Most High. Because he is magnificent. He is awesome. And with that, Shalom.